Good morning, everybody. We are literally doing the live stream today on the floor because you know what? It's B2's playtime, and got to give B2 his playtime. Look at this. What? Rublev upset by Cilic? Really? Well, yeah, really, because that's kind of been what Cilic likes to do. He likes to go away. He likes people to forget about him, and then he likes to start upsetting a lot of promising players. And we know that he can get all the way to the finals of the Australian Open because he's done it before. And one of the people he took out is who we're going to talk about now, and that's Rafa Nadal. So what we're going to do on this live stream is we're going to be talking about Rafa Nadal versus Mannarino and taking a look at that matchup. And then if he gets through that, there's a good chance he's going to play Alexander Zverev, or Shapovalov. No slouches either of them. So Rafa's got a tough way to the finals here. So if he wins this year and he gets 21, even though Djokovic is not there, it's not going to be an asterisk by his name by any means. And we're also going to be playing with B2 because B2 loves to play, loves to chase things down. So we'll watch B2 run things back and forth here, guys. And you guys, the way this works is when you come on in and you're watching our fun live streams is you get to comment and let us know what you think. So let's talk about what Rafa did last round. He played Karen Khachanov. He made easy work of Karen Khachanov. I think Rafa for sure looks really, really good right now. I think that's very easy to see. He's moving well. The foot does not seem to be a problem at all. He's getting to amazing shots. He's playing great defense. I thought Karen Khachanov could give him a really good match. I thought it could potentially be an upset, but I don't think that we saw the best of Karen Khachanov, and I think that that's maybe been his problem is he doesn't consistently bring his best stuff. So B2 is always bringing his best stuff. He loves to go play fetch and chase. So this is going to be kind of a fun stream. Rafa hits a lot of short balls. Good players will punish them for sure. Now, that is the only weakness I've seen so far at the Australian Open is I did think he was feeding at certain points in the match. It wasn't always. Sometimes Rafa on his worst day can shank a lot of shots. Doesn't happen very often. And he can hit the ball short, and especially bigger guys like Alexander Zverev with his amazing, two-handed backhand up the line can make Rafa pay for short balls. Karen Khachanov did that a little bit. He's a tall guy. Certainly doesn't have anywhere near the backhand that Alexander Zverev has. And he was punishing Rafa sometimes down the line with the backhand, but he wasn't able to do it consistently. And Rafa also did hit a lot of great shots too as well. But I do think that that is certainly something to be looking out for. Now, Mannarino is not going to make Rafa play. I think that Rafa is so, I wouldn't say lucky, but I think he's probably feeling pretty good that he doesn't have to play Karatsev versus Mannarino. Karatsev, obviously a lot more unpredictable because he's so new to the tour, even though he's been playing on the challenger circuit for many years. He's 27 years old, but he's basically become a top 10 player. I know his ranking's not top 10 right now, but he's pretty much been a top 10 player for the last 12 months. And he can hit through the court. He could make Rafa pay for some short balls. I don't think Mannarino has the firepower to even touch Rafa. So I think that Rafa, not that you're ever going to get a rest in a draw, but it's about as good a sparring match as you're going to get this deep in a tournament. So I agree here that it's going to be a 3-set. Maybe Mannarino can get a 4th set because Mannarino will make you play a lot of balls, but I don't think that really bothers Rafa, to play a lot of balls. I think he likes to hit a lot of balls, but that's about all Mannarino is going to be able to do is make Rafa play a lot of balls, but he's not going to be bringing it to Rafa. He's not going to get any really free points off of his serve. He's not going to hit a bunch of winners. He's just going to give Rafa a great rhythm, I think. So I think it's going to be a great next round for Rafa. I think he's going to make easy work of Mannarino. Mannarino at the very best gets 1 set. What do you guys think? Let's read some of your comments. Let's see here. Mannarino's movement and ground stroke tempo reminds me of Miloslav Mashur. Yes, very kind of smooth, rhythmic around the court, but doesn't have a lot of firepower. And it's becoming more and more important these days on the tour to have some firepower, right, B2? B2 loves to wrestle. He will do this for hours. He's like Rafa. He's a fighter. He's a fighter, and he'll fight with me all day with this thing if I let him. So that's why we're doing. Let me know. Give this video a like if you like us doing these live streams on the floor with B2 playing, or if you're like, no, Pete, we like you more up in your chair talking to us. But we're down on the floor, getting down and dirty today with B2. Rafa in 4 sets, says Biscar. So Biscar thinks that Mannarino will win a set. I think Mannarino could win a set, but I think it's most likely to be I think it's most likely to be 3 sets. Biscar says B2 is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Watch this, guys. Watch this. Come here, B2, give me that. Go get it. Look at that. Look at that intensity. Look at that intensity. He runs for every ball. He's a coach's dream. He's a coach's dream. If Mannarino gets a set, I will be shocked. Nadal is a workhorse. He will crush Mannarino into the blue. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, while we're watching B2 just go bananas with his ball there, is I'm going to take a look at the Mannarino Rafael Nadal head-to-head matchup and see how many times they've played. I really don't know how many times they played. And if Mannarino has ever won a match, I'm going to predict that Mannarino has never beaten Nadal. I just don't see him matching up well, you know. I think he could match up well against some like high-risk, high-reward players. Like he even gave Federer a lot of trouble at Wimbledon because if Federer's, you know, a little off because Federer plays a lot less margin for error than Rafa, then you could see that happening. But we're going to take a look at the head-to-head matchup here. It's 2-0. Rafa, as predicted. I didn't think they played a lot. And the score in the first match was at the ATP Masters 1000, Paris, France. I think that's indoors. That's probably Rafa's worst surface is indoor because the ball doesn't bounce as high. 7-5, 6-4. So 2 competitive sets. And then they played in outdoor hard court in China, and it was 6-1, 7-6. So Mannarino's given a couple of competitive sets, but really close sets on the tour mean nothing. Like I was saying the other day, I mean, I think that Nick Kyrgios brings a lot of energy to the tour. It's exciting. I love to see him on the tour. But, you know, the way he was taking a victory lap after he lost in 4 sets to Mevidev, I think is a little silly to me because, you know, he's saying he shows up for the big matches. You can see here, 7-5, 6-4, Mannarino took Rafa. That's a close match, but really for Rafa, he's used to winning matches like that against tour players, 7-5, 6-4. It's not a big stretch to have a player do that to somebody. So to me, these are very routine wins. They were a while ago, 2019, 2016. I would say it doesn't mean much, but I think it does mean a lot because I think that's pretty much what we're going to get today. Mannarino will be competitive. He's going to try hard. But how many sets will it go? My prediction is 3 sets. Let's see here. If B2 masters the drop shot, he can surely give Novak a run for his money. Yes, absolutely. B2 can give anybody a run for his money. He will remain without a set against Nadal. Okay, so let's just kind of go that we've got Nadal winning this match. And I'm going to, while we're again talking here, I'm going to pull up the draw and we're going to take a look at it and see what you think because this is a big opportunity for Rafa to become the GOAT. If he wins this, guys, that's a question. If Rafa wins the Australian Open, is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT? He'll have 21. No one else has 21. Weigh in there. That's the question. Let me get a sip of coffee here in honor of my buddy, Matt Bradshaw, Coffee Break Tennis. Guys, subscribe to Coffee Break Tennis. It's amazing. And Matt is just crushing the videos this year, I think. So there goes B2 again. I'm going to pull up the draw here. Let's pull up the Australian Open draw. So just hang with me a second. It'll take me a second to get this. Australian Open. One thing, there's some the men are holding up nice in this tournament, as far as a lot of cool names to still get excited about. Here we go. Draws. B2 is licking the computer. B2, don't lick the computer. That will ruin the live stream. Now he's licking my face. You can lick my face. That's okay. Licking my face is fine. Licking the computer, not fine. Licking face, fine. Of course, the draw is loading, taking forever. Okay, there we go. I'm going to blow up my screen a little bit here so you guys can see the names. So that will take a second. We're almost ready to roll, guys. Coming back to the stream. We're going to share the screen. By the way, guys, on the 27th, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're on my email list, because on the 27th, that's this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, G.D. Fernandez and I are going to be interviewing Bob Bryan of the Bryan Brothers. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we're going to put it in. Things appear to be going in there. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, there we go. Everything's very slow today. I apologize for that. Hide this. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, how awesome is it? This guy has made the most of it's so funny. He says, I'm playing for Novak. He was supposed to be Novak's first round opponent, and after Novak went through, he went through. He's from Serbia as well. He said that he is playing for Novak. He's going to play. He's going to dedicate the tournament to Novak. You know, he's so happy he didn't have to play Novak. This is the opportunity of his lifetime. So I'm sure he's kind of happy Novak didn't get to play. He's going to play Monfils. This is awesome. Love to see Monfils going this far. Monfils, he's the only guy left like Kyrgios. He packs the stands. He puts the fans in the stands. Unfortunately, not a lot of top tennis players. It's very kind of sad. Not a lot of top tennis players at Grand Slam tournaments can put fans in the stands. Monfils can pack it out, so this would be awesome. Monfils, to me, is a different player in these last 3 or 4 years. He appears to be, I don't know, more focused on winning. He's always going to entertain, but he seems to be win first, entertain second. It used to be the opposite, entertain first, win second. So, this is a great opportunity for Monfils. Do not sleep on this guy. I pick him to win that match. Then you got Berettini versus Busta, and this could be a great match. Busta is never going to hand it to you. Berettini, it's interesting how we just kind of let him fly under the radar. Such a big talent, had an amazing win against Alcaraz. And so you can see in Rafa's side of the draw, there's lots of talent here. If he wins the tournament, please don't put an asterisk by this because Novak's here, not here, because he's going to have to beat a lot of quality players. So Berettini is one of them, or Busta. I mean, that either person can win that match. I'm going to go with Berettini. Berettini, if you guys don't remember, got to the finals of Wimbledon last year. So, not a lot of people besides the big three have gotten to a finals of a major in the last decade. So that's a big accomplishment. Alexander Zverev playing Denis Shapovalov. When Denis first came out, he beat Rafa. And a lot of people thought, wow, this guy's a lot of fun to watch. Maybe he's going to be number one in the world someday. Nothing wrong with being top 20 in the world. But Zverev is looking really, really tough. Shapovalov would have to play an incredible match to beat Zverev. I pick Zverev just because, I think his game's just a little more solid. Shapovalov, too streaky. But here's the thing. You never know, because every time we think that Zverev has the double faulting thing figured out, it creeps up at weird times. Even when he's cruising in a match, that's what's really weird. In his second round, I think he had a little bit of a hiccup to where he started double faulting again. Now, against a guy like Denis Shapovalov, who's super talented, maybe he's playing in the zone, he could shake Zverev a little bit and take him out. So, this could be an upset. I'm going to pick Zverev, but it could be an upset for sure. This, unless Rafa gets hurt or something weird, totally weird, out of the ordinary happens, there's no upset happening here. So we're most likely going to see either Rafa against Shapovalov or against Zverev. So I'm going to come back and see what you guys think of who would you rather, if you're a Rafa fan, who would you rather him play? Would you rather him play Zverev or Shapovalov? I think most of you, I know what you're going to say, but I want to see what you're going to say. So that is basically it. Rafa's got to go up this way. So Rafa to get to the final, these are all the names in his way, okay? And so I would say his biggest challenge is, I'm not going to say. I want to see what you guys say. All right, let me come back here. Let me remove this from the screen. Let me see what you guys are saying. We got high. Could this be Shapovalov stepping out tournament? I mean, it could be. It's everybody knows it's a big opportunity for them. Rafa goes, this is a big opportunity for me to be like the greatest ever. That's pretty big opportunity. Zverev has, I'm so close. I've been there. I'm knocking on the door. I should be able to win a Grand Slam tournament. So it's my time. I think that's what Zverev's thinking. Like you're saying, Shapovalov, this could be his opportunity where he could shock the world. I don't think anybody's really picking him, but he's got the talent to do it. When he first came on the tour, people thought he could do it. My elbows are getting really tired. I don't know how many times I can do this like this. I think B2 loves this much better. Look at B2 though. Let me just let me find that. Could this be Shapovalov's stepping out tournament? Shapo. Let me take this off the screen just so you guys can see. B2 is starting to get an ultimate chill mode. He's starting to get an ultimate chill mode, but my elbows are starting to kill me. But I know B2 much prefers the live stream like this. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer me laying on my silk rug here and laying like this, or would you rather me just be in my chair doing this? Okay. I am very disappointed with Karatsev and Rublev. Well, I mean, I think you got to give both of those players a little slack because, first of all, Mannarino is a veteran. He knows how to win a lot of matches. And so, don't forget Karatsev was not beating qualifiers a couple years ago. That's like a true thing. That's not exaggeration. He was losing the qualifiers in tournaments, on the satellite tour. So he still won a couple of matches here. So that's still pretty good. Rublev losing is disappointing because he certainly has the talent also to win a major. But we know that Cilic has actually won a major, and Cilic has gotten to the finals of Wimbledon and the finals of the Australian Open. And this is what the guy does. He just disappears for like over a year, and then he comes out of nowhere and plays fantastic. So, this is what Cilic does. So you can't be too tough on either of those guys, I think. But you could certainly be disappointed. I don't blame you on that. Berettini played awesome against Alcaraz. His forehand was out of this world over and over again, says any pug tennis. Yeah, he looks good. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, because he's got a lot of star power, in my opinion. His game is fun to watch. I would think he's got all the makings of being a big star, but yet he seems to fly under the radar a lot. He is 27 years old. He's older than every time I think about him, I'm like, wow, I can't believe he's that old. He seems younger than that to me. But yeah, he's 27 years old. So he certainly has the experience now to where if he's going to win, he's got to do it like within the next year or two, I would think. So we got to give him more of a shot than I think we do at times, myself included. Shapo. So we think that Rafa would rather play Shapo I think you're right. Rafa versus Mannarino. The only question in my mind is how many bagels for Mannarino? That's a pretty good thing there. I think Rafa has the firepower to beat Mannarino 6-0 in a set. Rafa could certainly get on a roll and do that. But I think Mannarino is just too solid that he's going to make you play enough balls to where you're going to make 4 mistakes in a game. And, I think he'll make it competitive. I see 6-4 sets. I see maybe a 7-5 set in there. I could also see a 6-2 set. I don't see a 6-0 set. Will. I don't know Will. I don't get it. Here we go. Chapo might be easier for Rafa than Zverev. I would think most people would say that. And then here we go. We come back. Will be Rafa. Oh, you think you're picking? That's interesting. You're picking a Rafa Shapovalov matchup. That's a huge upset. That is a huge upset, guys. That we have somebody picking Shapovalov to beat Zverev. So Zverev might. I guess. Are you saying Zverev's going to choke? Zverev. Rafa will crush him. I would much rather have Rafa against Zverev as a fan. Okay, as a fan of Rafa or just as a fan of tennis? Because I would much rather, as a fan of Rafa, if I'm going, what's the easiest path to the final? If Rafa could somehow not have to play Zverev or Berettini, like if I were to pick like the ultimate dream, because I kind of want Rafa to win the tournament now, I would like Rafa not have to play Zverev, Berettini, or Monfils. Like that's super greedy as a fan, because those are 3 very tough opponents. Don't sleep on how good Monfils is playing right now, and that he's in the later part of his career. So now he's putting winning over entertainment. Okay, I think when he was younger, it's like I got all the time in the world. It's fun. I like to entertain. So yeah. I think that that would be my favorite, because Rafa doesn't have to play any of those 3. Mannarino just cleared all Rafa's draw, actually. I don't think he cleared the draw, guys, for Rafa. That I'm going to disagree with. Look at B2 just going to town. He's going to town on the stick. He loves these sticks. They're called bully sticks. And he loves to eat these things like a maniac. Again, look at the focus and the intensity on this dog. He would be your worst nightmare on the court. I think if B2 played, he'd be one of those annoying players that got to every ball and just made you work your butt off. And he never got tired, and his intensity never let up. So, that's what kind of player B2 would be. And he'd be your worst nightmare. So you're lucky he's here and not playing you. If you like B2, give this video a like and subscribe. Remember, every time you like a video, B2 gives you 100 free B2 puppy kisses. If you watch my videos, you already know that. So I don't know why you wouldn't like it. Let's see here. I'd much rather see Rafa pull. Oh yeah, we've already gone that. Mevidev will win the tournament. I mean, he's looking good, and his side of the draw looks a lot easier. We'll take a look at his maybe. Say hi to B2 for me, please. Okay. Hey, B2. Any Pug Tennis. Let me just put this up here. I'm gonna give her a shout out. Any Pug Tennis says hi to you. Says hi to you. Okay, we'll even show. Hey, Any Pug Tennis is saying hello to you, B2. It's saying hello to you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're a good boy. B2 loves tennis. One of the cool things about B2 is I can take him to a lesson and he'll go chasing balls down. And then when it's time to start the lesson, he runs right into his crate by himself and just chills out there. He loves it. Don't you, B2? Let me Here's another B2 running session. Watch the focus. Look at that. He's back already. There's no way. There's no way you get to the ball as fast as him. He will crush you. He will crush you. It's better with B2 in action. So Bashkar likes me down on the ground, basically killing my elbows. This really hurts. Do a remote in the park with B2. Yes. B2, it'd be fun to watch him in the park because he is so fast. It's crazy. Mark Davis. Go buy a house for Mark Davis, please. I am worried about Rafa's match again versus Zverev at night conditions. Ooh, that's true. Night conditions against Zverev for Rafa, especially if he's leaving the ball short, could be a nightmare. It could be the end of Rafa's dream of getting 21 in Australia. That's for sure. Rafa has to be top-notch physical condition as he will have to defend really well. I think you're totally crushing it with this comment. I think Rafa's going to have to be on fire. He's going to have to hit that forehand deep. He's going to have to defend a lot of balls. A little bit of choking from Zverev wouldn't hurt either. If Zverev plays at the top of his game, that's a tough matchup for Rafa. Let's be honest. When Zverev can take the racket out of your hand so many ways, he can serve you off the court. He can crush his backhand and hit winners from anywhere on the court. His forehand is getting bigger and better and more consistent. And he's getting to be a much, much better volleyer, so he can finish at the net. So there's lots of things that Zverev can do to take the racket out of Rafa's hand. And that's scary as somebody who really wants Rafa to win this tournament. You know, I'd be much more excited if Rafa won the tournament than if Zverev won the tournament. It's like I feel Zverev deserves to win a major, and I'd be happy for him. But it's not like I'd be so excited. Like if Rafa won this tournament, I would generally be excited about it. Why is it so difficult for Rublev to add layers to his game? I think what you're saying. Being a one-trick pony will take him nowhere. It's frustrating. Yeah, I think if you watch him play live, it's definitely different. I mean, he's so good, but you're right. I mean, everything is like 100 miles an hour, and he doesn't switch gears. I think I mentioned this before on my last live stream. I think it's a problem that the women's tour has, is if you look at the top players besides Barty, they lose a lot at the top. They win a lot too, but they go out there and they train and they just crush ball. I mean, it's impressive. They're amazing players. It's like Rublev's an amazing player, but the strategy is to go out there and just hit through the court flat. And you'll see a lot of the women lose. Look how many women have dropped out of the Australian Open, and it happens almost all the time where, you know, lots of times you're seeing two people in the finals on the women's side that are amazing players, but you've never heard of because there's so much turnover. And it's because every matchup's the same. Both players just going out there and crushing, and whoever crushes better can win. And there's really not many women out there that are weak anywhere technically. Like their serves are awesome, their forehands and their backhands are awesome, and they all kind of hit flat and through the court. And if you look at the men who win on the tour and look at who's winning on the women's side, there's variety there. Barty is cruising through this tournament, and she's clearly not the biggest hitter, but no one is challenging her. Okay. We should take a look at the women's draw here in a second, because I know there's some other players still in the tournament where I'm like, wow, they don't really hit that big, and they're not having a tough time. And then you have some real powerhouse women who just crush the ball and they're out of the tournament. And I think that that's Rublev's problem, because if you look at the men who win consistently, Djokovic has a lot of gears he can go to. Nadal has a lot of gears he can go to, a lot of defense he can bring out in the game. Mevidev, obviously, I mean, look what that guy can do with the ball, and you know, it's just impossible to win points against him. He's not going to give you free points. Cilic was hot as we know that word. I'm not going to say it. B2 can't handle that kind of language. Otherwise, I'd say it. But you're right. You're right. Rafa almost certainly to face Zverev. I would say, yeah. I mean, Shapovalov, it could definitely happen, but I think that'd be a huge upset. I dropped the ball. Well, I think you know, you got to give Berettini a lot of credit. Number one, You got to give Alcaraz a lot of credit for coming back after being down 2 sets, especially at 18 years old. I think that showed a lot of heart. And yeah, he certainly had his chances. But I think at his age, that's something he should be proud of. We're not even talking about Jannik Sinner, guys. Jannik Sinner, hello. He could give what do you think about Sinner's chance against Mevidev? Felix Auger Aliassime. What do you think about his chances? We'll have to go back to the draw and really take a look at it. Busta has back issues again, always in later rounds. The spin will be hard. Let me go here. The spin will be hard for Mannarino. I agree. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. Lamest part of Shapo's game is return of serve. He's not scrappy enough. It's interesting. He's intense. He's scrappy, but yeah, my dog versus the bone. Well, you know what's crazy? Let me show you guys this. Look at this. My dog versus the bone. Now, this is a big, long stick, okay? And it's super like, I mean, I can't even break it. I can't even break it over my knee. And this dude, B2, I'm trying to make a point. This dude will make this thing go to that small. Like, he'll eat all this up and it'll get like down to there. It'll have like that much left. So B2 versus the bone, he's going to beat. Oh my God, that's terrible. He's going to beat the bone. You guys are trying to get me to say things that aren't right. That's what you guys are doing. There you go. Go get it. B2 is chasing the bone now. All right. You guys are going to get me to say inappropriate things here on this live stream. I was impressed with Fritz win. Yeah, he could have easily tanked. Yeah, Fritz got down and then came back and won. So Fritz, our American boy, is doing some good things. As a fan of tennis, see Rafa versus Zverev. Okay. All right, Jason, I got you. Not say Zverev will choke. Shapovalov will play the best against Zverev. We saw Felix Aliassime beat him at ATP. Yeah, maybe. Rafa will literally eat him. Man, that'd be brutal to watch if Rafa literally like just puts him in his mouth, just throws him out into the stands. That'd be rough. It could happen though. Mannarino, maybe you better default before the match even happens. You're about to get eaten out there on the court, eaten alive. You should do live streams with the dog only when having a conversation about underdogs. Ooh, that's a good little theme. The underdog matchup with B2. The underdog matchup with B2. I really like that idea, Leo. That is a great idea. What do you think about that, B2? Would you be willing to come on and talk about underdogs? I think he would. I think B2, he's kind of up for everything, although he doesn't like sometimes when I'm up there in the chair talking and I'm not paying attention to him. He loves this. This is his favorite live stream. I'm down here on the floor with him. He loves it. It's my least favorite live stream because my elbows are killing me right now. All right, let's see what else. If Rafa wins against Zverev, let me put this up. If Rafa wins against Zverev and Mevidev, he is stamped the GOAT, which will be extremely tough. A Rafa fan here. What do you guys think of this comment? If Rafa wins, Djokovic didn't play. If Rafa wins this tournament, is everybody comfortable calling him the GOAT, at least for a while? I mean, no one else will have 21. I would say yes. I would agree with you here. I agree with you. Can Rafa hit a flatter ball, or he can't change his DNA for the hard court? Do you think Rafa can certainly hit through the court? And if you ever watch him practice, he actually hits the ball a lot flatter in practice. So, I mean, physically he can do it. His muscle memory in matches, though, I mean, I think we've all done that where we hit one way in practice, then the match, we have like our match ball. And Rafa clearly has a match ball, but he can certainly flatten the ball out. And but it is going to be tough. I mean, in general, I've seen him play Zverev, and you know, a lot of the matches, this Rafa just grinding and trying to get each and every ball back, and Zverev just crushing the ball. So, I mean, Zverev will definitely be in control of the match offensively against Rafa, in my opinion. Is this a dog channel? It kind of is turning into a dog channel. What do you think? Maybe I should start my own dog YouTube channel. Wouldn't that be fun? B2. Let's ask B2. B2, do you want to start a dog channel? Do you want to start a dog channel? Me and you. We start our own YouTube channel. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Let's take this away. Is this a dog channel? We're taking it away. No, we're taking it away. Vito, what are you doing? What are you doing? They want us to start a dog channel. They want us to start a dog channel. Do you think we should start a dog channel? What do you think? All right, I've got to change, B2, I've got to change positions. This is too hard for me. I'm uncomfortable here. All right, I'm changing positions here. Hopefully the camera won't be too bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is tough. All right. I'm going to get my coffee too. This actually looks pretty good. I'm sure my neck is going to be hurting in a second. Oh boy. B2, stop it. Okay. Let's take a look at what else you guys are saying. Annoying players like Mannarino. And Mannarino's an annoying player. Well, he's kind of boring, right? I mean, Mannarino is like watching like broccoli. You know what I mean? It's kind of boring. So, I mean, if Mannarino beat Rafa, that would totally suck. I mean, it would be really bad. Look at B2. He's up there now on the couch. Look at this guy. He's an animal. He's literally an animal. Okay, let's see here. Med is my first choice, but what separates him from Zverev? I think number one, he doesn't really have anything where you're not worried that. I mean, you worry less and less about Zverev doing this, but you're not worried that all of a sudden Medvedev's going to throw in a bunch of double faults. He is, to me, when he's on fire, he's Djokovic 2.0. Like it becomes like impossible to win points. He just doesn't miss, but he also hits winners, and he'll hit a drop shot, and then he'll toy with you, and then he'll come to the net and finish it, and he'll pass you like it, and he can cover even more court than Djokovic because he's just a longer dude. So, yeah, I mean, I think Mevidev right now is, and other players are saying it. Kyrgios said it after he lost. People are saying Mevidev is playing the best tennis in the world. Like they're thinking he's a legit number one. And I think if he wins this, he will be ranked number one. A bit choking from Zverev. That's very likely. Do you think it's likely? I don't know. I mean, it seems like he's put it behind him. So we'll see. WTA players lack variety. Ash is an exception. Yeah, I agree. Very astute comment from my buddy Bishkar, which we'll be talking next week, Bishkar. We have an appointment, a coaching appointment. What is up with, is she just keep getting injured? I was super excited when she came on the tour, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe she's just her body is just too beat up too early in her career. Barty has a good matchup next round. Yes, she's playing Anna Masova. I had it yesterday. Anna Samova. She's playing Anna Samova, and she's the one who she just beat. Come on, Pete. She's beat Naomi Osaka. Yeah, she's really good, and hopefully she can continue to win. She can be a big star, I think. The women overhit. It's roulette. That's very true. I don't know if they overhit. It's pretty impressive. I just think it's who's hotter. They don't change their pacing. It's debatable if they're overhitting. It just seems who's hotter at crushing, and but whoever wins is usually pretty accurate. Like that Badoza match was incredible. They were both just firing the ball, and they were pretty consistent. But you're right. It's a shootout. It's a shootout. A lot of men's matches are like that too, but the ones who win all the time, they've got the variety.
What are my thoughts? We gotta get the draw going again here. I gotta bring the draw back on the screen because you guys are asking some great questions. What are your thoughts on FAA's chances to go deep? Well, he's already deep. He's already doing great, and he is kind of like Zverev. He's worse than Zverev in that he can be just going through a match, going through a tournament, and then all of a sudden it turns into a choke fest. His technique seems to be perfect. I'm not sure where these chokes come from on double faulting serves, missing forehands, just seems to be mentally checking out. So this is going to always be a question mark until it's not, until you prove to people you can go all the way and win. So that's where I'm on FAA. Watch out for Sabalenka in the WTA. She seems to click at a good time. Yeah, she's playing very well. Number 2 in the world. Okay, let's see here. Mannarino is not boring. He has great touch, but he will lose. Okay, Mannarino is not boring. If you go to a tournament and Mannarino is playing, I don't care if it's a 250, a 500, or a Grand Slam tournament. If he is the higher ranked player, if Mannarino is on a court, it will be empty. You will have people who will pay to go to tournaments who are tennis fans, and no one will go watch them. So that means boring. Sorry. Do we have a new big 3 with Tsitsipas? I mean, look at that. There's lots of cool names in the draw. Tsitsipas, Zverev, Mevidev, now seemingly always getting to the later stages of the big tournament. Well, I wouldn't say it's always yet. They're doing it more and more. Love Medvedev's backhand return. Now B2 is on to the squirrel. He went outside and he caught a squirrel, and now he's wrestling with the squirrel with me. Okay, so B2 always needs to be playing. He is focused. He would have no problem if he was a human training like 5 hours a day straight on the court. That would not be an issue for B2. He's all energy all the time. Oh, gosh. We're not going to talk about Jack Sock on this live stream. Are you kidding me? With all the names left, Jack Sock is a thing of the past, okay? He's not going to do anything anymore. He's a cool player. He's fun to watch, but, I mean, we're not going to get into Jack Sock. Okay. But he will be against Rafa, night conditions, at a pro level. Let's see this. This looks like this could be interesting. At pro level, do players change their strategies based on different oppositions, or that's risky, rather than stick with their own particular style? Definitely professional tennis players like Rafa, Novak, Roger. Of course, they're always trying to play their strengths, but they clearly change their strategies. They make adjustments in the matches. That's how they figure things out. So absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. Okay, we're going to share the screen. We're going to go back to the draw because let's really take a look at everything going on. We'll work our way down. We kind of looked at the top already. We might work our way back up, but let's go past Rafa. And now we've got some other great matches. Look at de Minaur is going to play Sinner. So now we've got, Yannick Sinner versus de Minaur. So we've got the hometown favorite, the Aussie, versus Sinner. Now, normally you wouldn't give de Minaur a chance against Sinner, but since it's at the Australian Open, that could make a huge difference. So what do you guys think there? I'm just going to go Sinner. He's looking pretty solid. 6-4, and then he lost 6-1, then he won 6-3, 6-1. You know, that's a pretty good beat down. He just had a little mental lapse there. He's gone through pretty convincingly. Taylor Fritz versus Tsitsipas. Fritz has been playing pretty well. Big win. Look at this scoreline. 6-0, then 6-3, 6-3, then 6-4, 6-3. So that's a weird kind of scoreline, but Fritz has been pretty tough. Tsitsipas is looking tough again. Bernard Paire, what another guy who can just bring so much entertainment to the game. So there's been lots of entertaining matches. This was a pretty good match. Tsitsipas versus Fritz. I would go with Tsitsipas. I give Fritz an outside puncher's chance. But Tsitsipas is another person you have to consider to go all the way. Now, this is another big blockbuster matchup. What do you guys think about this one? Marian Cilic versus Felix Auger Aliassime. If Felix is going to step up and step out of this kind of reputation he's building for himself as a great player, he's top 10, but do you really trust him in a big match? Most people would say no, I think. And Cilic, we know, is a big match player. We know that he can basically hibernate for years. And then when he somehow turns the switch back on, I don't know what makes the switch go back on. I don't know what it is. But when the switch goes on, it can stay on and go all the way to the finals. B2, can we not play with the squeaky thing? Can you go back to like your bone or something? The squeaking thing's annoying me. He's got like a vice grip on this thing. So all right, so who are we picking there? I'm gonna pick Cilic for the upset. I'm picking Cilic for the upset. Look what he did to Daniel Evans. 6-4, 6-1, 6-1. I'm picking Cilic for the upset on FAA. And then you got Mevidev versus Creasy. Creasy, he can be dangerous because he hits big hitter. He's going to serve and volley. But you know what? Medvedev's going to stand way back there at the baseline. He's going to get enough balls back in play. He's just too solid. I mean, who's going to beat Mevidev? Mevidev, the more you look at the draw, you'd have to call him the favorite. I cannot take this thing out of his mouth. Hopefully it's not annoying you guys. It's annoying me a little bit. But it is what it is. I cannot fight this thing away from him. I mean, I'm trying my hardest. Watch this. I mean, I cannot take this away from this dog. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, now he's got it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What else you guys saying out there? Asking you a completely out of top. Let's take a look. There's been lots of comments since I left. You guys are amazing. Indeed, the crowd is insane. A bit too much at times. Yes, it is a bit too much at times. I agree, but I think it's good. We'd rather have too much crowd than not enough crowd. And tennis, in general, is in trouble of having not enough crowd. It is bothersome to me to watch a Grand Slam match and see two players in the top 50 in the world, top 10 in the world sometimes, and the crowd looks like it's at like 25% capacity. So I'd much rather take the chaos and fans in the stands than a polite, empty crowd. And so, you know, we don't want Can you imagine we interrupt the Wimbledon final for the pickleball world championship? We better watch out. It could happen. Cilic will tire. I don't know if he's going to tire. Why would you say he's going to tire? When Cilic is on fire, his issue doesn't seem to be that he runs out of steam, guys. I mean, when he goes deep in a tournament, his conditioning is not really in question. I think Cilic has much more experience in slams and will win. Okay, so you agree with me, Alex. Asking you a completely out of topic question. Without stabbing incident, do you think Monica Seles would have been she could have been the GOAT? I'm not going to get too deep into that. Let's stick a little more on topic. I'll go some off topic, but that's going a little bit too far off topic where I don't want to get into that too long. Can anyone underhand serve regularly, not only at 40 love versus Mevidev, for example? I mean, you could try it. I thought Kyrgios would have tried the underhand serve more against Mevidev because of how far Mevidev stands back, and maybe he should have. I don't know why he didn't. Maybe it was like out of respect for Mevidev. I don't know why he didn't do that more, because I think if there ever was a match that could work, it might have been that. Okay, let me put my coffee. You know what, B2? Can we go up? Can we go up to the table now? I'm gonna try and bring B2 to the table. I mean, I've been pretty nice to him, right? I've played with him a lot, but it's now this is hurting my neck. So my elbows were hurting, my neck was hurting. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like B2 in the live streams, I will do this more often. But I can tell you, for me, it's not easy to do. It hurts my elbows. Now it's hurting my neck. Put the squirrel on mute, Benoit says. Exactly. B2, you got to put the squirrel on mute. All right, let's take a look at B2. Do one more chase down. There he goes. All right, I'm going to get up. You guys are awesome for hanging in. This is I don't have the fancy microphones like some of those other live streams and the cool little fake backgrounds like they're actually at the tournament. This is raw. This is raw, live tennis talking. I'm going to put on the lights here. But we're having a good time. We're having a good time together. And this is going to be a lot more comfortable for me. Oh, that is much better. That is much better. Let's see here. All day, Ayasim will beat Cilic. Okay, you're picking a Cilic victory. I mean, an FA victory certainly could happen. I mean, if Felix wins the match, will I be shocked that he beat Cilic? No. But if I'm going to just go out and make a gutsy call, I'm calling for an upset there. But Felix certainly could win. Do you play competitively Atlanta Open? Okay, Bassmaster 1953. First of all, I know it's Bassmaster. You've been on a lot of our lives, and I just want to say I appreciate that. And no, I do not play competitively much anymore. I try and still hit and have fun. I have 2 herniated discs in my back, which number one keeps me from competing. And I enjoy coaching more than playing these days. I enjoy hitting a lot, but I don't have the schedule and the time allotment where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to dedicate myself to the game. No, I'm more dedicating myself to coaching and helping players. So that kind of like true competitive part of my life is kind of over. I played very serious junior tennis, state champion, that type of thing, ranked nationally, played Division I college tennis. But, then after that, it's mostly been coaching. Cilic will beat Mevidev. What? Are you crazy, Catherine? Catherine, shut your mouth on that one. Wow. Now, that is a massive call. That is a massive call. This is real, LOL. Yes, it is. It's real. Can Rafa win Wimbledon if Novak doesn't? He could. I mean, everybody, like, there was actually a reporter who didn't do his homework, like, asked Rafa, why does he do so bad at the Australian Open, that he hasn't been out of, like, the first week since 2009. Rafa had to remind him, I got to the finals a couple of times since 2009. I've gotten the semifinals. I've gotten the quarterfinals. Like, and again, Rafa at Wimbledon has gotten to some quarters, into some semis, and he's won it 2 times. So Rafa, this is a great opportunity for Rafa, because Federer probably won't make a big run anywhere. We're just hoping to get back on the court. We don't know if Novak's even going to play this year at a Grand Slam tournament. He's got to commit to getting double vaccinated, it seems like. I don't think he's going to win this whole game of chicken he's playing with the tour. I think he's going to lose. There's a song that John Cougar Mellencamp made. It's called I Fight Authority, and Authority Always Wins. That's what Novak's going through. Let's see here. Cilic will stop Mevidev. She's back. She's back with another triumphant pick. Fed will be waiting there to get his 21. Okay. The king will return. I hope you're right, but I think you're wrong. I see Rafa winning against Zverev, losing against Mevidev. It will be sad to watch. That could certainly happen. I mean, really, Mevidev is like, he's tough. I could see Rafa winning this tournament, but then it's weird. Like, I see Rafa winning this tournament because of the opportunity to get number 21 and become the GOAT. But I can't see Mevidev losing. Like, every time I watch Mevidev play lately, I'm like, how will he lose? Who will beat him? What do you have to do to beat him? Can anybody do what it takes to beat him? So you're right. I mean, Mevidev is going to be tough to get out of this tournament. Rafa versus Fed, first round woman. I mean, that could happen. That could totally happen. Federer to retire. Wow. Catherine's coming out with some feisty comments. I'm not excited to see Federer retire. I mean, I know I'm like saying I don't think Federer has a chance of really winning a major, but I certainly would love to see him win a major. And Federer is my favorite player, if you guys don't know. But I'd love to see Federer win a major. I'd love to see Federer play. I certainly don't want to see him retire. So, but it's going to come soon. It's going to come soon. Now B2 is growling at me. He's like, get back on the floor, Pete. That was a lot of fun. Any thoughts on Monfils switching rackets to, I don't really know much about. I know he did switch from, I think it was it Wilson he played with all these years? But it's working. It's working. He must like it. Now B2's back up here with us. Oh, he's such a happy dog. Look at this dog. Just take a look at how, let me get this away. Get it off. What a beautiful puppy. Is he not a beautiful puppy? B2, show everybody your pretty eyes. Oh my gosh. He's the best. He is the best. You are the best, B2. You are the best. What do you think? Should we end this live stream? Have we been on enough? I think I'm going to take B2 on a walk. So to wrap up this live stream, I think what we've established today is that Nadal is going to take Mannarino to the woodshed. That's what I see happening. Zverev is going to play Shapovalov. Shapovalov has a puncher's chance at winning, but probably not. So it's probably going to be Nadal versus Zverev. Zverev has the capability to take the racket out of Rafa's hands. Oh my gosh. Now he's getting uncomfortable. Zverev has the capability to take the racket out of Rafa's hands, but he also has the capability to choke the match away. And Rafa's feet look good. So I don't, so I mean, I'm going to pick Rafa to get through Zverev. And then he probably will play Berettini. And that's going to be a scary matchup. Berettini could easily beat Rafa, but and then he might have to play. Would he have to play Monfils? I mean, there's lots of tough matches for Rafa to get to the finals. All right, let's see what Benoit. Thank you. It was a great live stream. Oh, what is my opinion on I don't know. How is he doing physically? I don't know if he can come back. When you hurt your wrist, that's a big if. I know with what a worker is, he'll work his hardest to get there. Roger and Rafa should play some doubles after they retire. I agree. That would be awesome. Okay. Thanks so much for liking this live stream. Make sure you like it on the way out. Come on. If you spent this much time with me, every single person should like this on the way out. Please do that.